Hi, I'm Jeremy. For this video, I want to talk about the current levels of stress and maybe some ways to help process that. So right now, it seems that based on what I've heard from people, texting, talking to them on the phone, video messaging, seeing on social media, reading on the news, it seems that some people have a ton of stress. I would say that's okay. Some people don't have much at all, and that's also okay. Maybe it changes. Maybe it changes day by day, hour by hour, even minute by minute. We are different people, and we are going to process the world differently. Right now, there's a lot of uncertainty in what's going to happen next. Maybe some people have great concerns over their family, concerns over their job, finances, how long this is going to go forth, other plans. There's so many things going on. One thing I want to consider is that there's no one way to handle this. We're different people. We have different backgrounds. There's no one perfect fix. Sure, things like hydration, nutrition, sleeping, physical activity, we know those are going to help. But again, we're different people, and how we process this is going to be different. So something that stands out to me is this notion of, hey, stress can control us, or we can control stress. And so with that, we have to start looking at, how am I processing this stress? Knowing that there's so much uncertainty, I can't control that. Do I want to think about that all the time? If I'm getting worked up over the news, do I want to be on the news all the time? It can be addicting at times, where it just sucks you in, and you look at it, and you look at next. But then all of a sudden I feel worse from that. And I've had friends tell me, I looked at the news and then all of a sudden I felt worse. So maybe that means like peeling it back, just stepping back from a moment. Maybe being very deliberate, and when you look for the news, to get informed, and then maybe even setting a time limit of, hey, it's been 5 minutes, I'm going to step back now. Maybe it's worth considering the information. Sometimes on social media or certain outlets, you might get commentary in addition to the facts that makes you feel worse. So maybe it's being more purposeful in what avenues that you're choosing and the duration that you're choosing it for. But also, maybe it's a moment to say, hey, what can I focus on within me? Maybe it's just calming things down for a second, being more purposeful in the stuff that we often just rush through. Maybe that means with laundry, it's when you take it out of the dryer, it's looking to fold it and not just throw it on a chair. Or maybe if you are folding it, instead of just rushing through it, how I might do sometimes, it's taking deliberate, purposeful folds, being present in that moment of folding the laundry, or present in that moment of cleaning or organizing, or present eating dinner or preparing different meals. All those moments are moments where you can just slow down and be focused in this present moment within something that you can control. And that can be very empowering. Or maybe it's a time to work on some tasks or some side projects or some hobbies that you've been meaning to get to, or heck, maybe it's time to watch some shows that you've been wanting to check out and maybe get caught up on. So we have these moments of how we process, right? And it reminds me of this idea where stress can control us, or we can control stress. And it has to do with how we process. Another part of it is when we don't know so much, like what's taking place. I don't know the answers. I don't know when it's going to stop. I don't know what it's going to look like, how the world's going to look, how the country's going to look, how my life's going to look. What happens is my brain automatically will start to create this narrative, create this story. Here's what's going to happen, and this will happen, and this will happen, and this will happen. And all of a sudden now I have this narrative in my brain. The issue is we don't have all the facts, and our brain is creating the story without the facts. And it can be very problematic, especially if I feel worse from that. If the story is adding to my anxiety, adding to my stress, adding to this feeling in my body of nervousness, of uncomfortable, like that doesn't help. And it's an automatic process that's taking place. And so what I want to do is say, hey, let me slow down for a second. Let me just pause. Hold on. I'm creating this story. Do I want to create this story? If not, let me pause, step back, and go, instead of letting my mind race, and my mind create this narrative, what else can I do? In this situation, I could be focusing on everything I don't know, everything that makes me worried. Or I could look at this moment in a different way. I can say, hey, What do I do know? I do know the technology of this day and age, I can stay connected. I do know I can be present in this moment. I do know I can do all these other things. We have a choice. And it's not easy, and it's not saying you have to be good. Again, we're different people. And I think just looking to accept that there's times that you might feel this uncertainty, you might feel this stress, but there are times where you can shift that perspective. Shift that perspective and say, hey, for me, how do I want to be processing? And again, it comes back to this idea of, hey, you know what? I don't want stress to control me. I want to control stress. I want to take advantage in how I'm processing and how I'm seeing the world. So hopefully that helped out a little bit. And maybe step in over time, and maybe that's even, you want to look more into some meditation or mindfulness, or talk to other people more productively. Feel free to reach out to us, and we could be a resource for you. And until next time, I hope you take care.